And once again, I want to say greetings to each and every one of you, Aquava, and welcome. Welcome to another round of the Conscious Rasta Report here on LIB Radio, LIB TV here on livinginblack.com. My name is Kedia Wadu, aka the Conscious Rasta. Weekday mornings, you and I get together live. We commit you from 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12 noon Eastern time. 5 p.m. GMT and 8 p.m. East African time, we get together with you and we deal with culture, consciousness, historical perspectives. We deal with entertainment, economics, education, health, labor, law, politics, religion, family, conflict, future studies, all areas of human interactivity and development. Today's date is Tuesday, the 25th day of November, the year 2025 in the Western calendar, the Gregorian calendar, which corresponds to the year 6265 in the Kemetic calendar, to which we realign our cultural clock. Welcome to the 7th millennium. You have found your family in a peaceful place here on LIB Radio, LIB TV here on livinginblack.com. I'm going to go right into the program for today, as we have a good deal of research we want to put on the table for today. We are focusing once again on health, holistic health, natural health. And what I am attempting to do through this series of broadcasts is basically give you and I a framework by which we will guarantee our natural, holistic health. Those of you who stick with me, who follow closely what we are researching, and I am teaching myself as I am teaching you, you should be able to enjoy holistic health and natural health, well-being, all of those great things that we would wish on all of the people that we love. I want to say greetings to you for Africa One. I see you. I see you. Sawubona checking in today, and it is honor and a pleasure to be with you, no doubt whatsoever. To welcome to the Conscious Rasta Report, where mind, body, and spirit align for holistic well-being. In today's episode, we explore natural ways to lower cortisol, the stress hormone, through diet, mindfulness, and lifestyle. Discover how breathwork, grounding, sleep hygiene, and nutrient-rich foods like omega-3s and magnesium can restore balance. Learn how yoga, laughter, social connection, and time in nature support your body's resilience. Embrace a conscious, chemical-free path to calm. That's what holistic and natural reduction of cortisol levels will bring to you and I. And you know something? I'm living it. I'm loving it. I cannot complain at all. Life is good. Life is good. It can be very, very rewarding, and we do celebrate that great reward of life. So let's get into the program for today. Let's get into the program for today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this link up for those of you who are listening to us on Rumble, which is our main broadcast station. I say greetings once again to you for Africa One. Sister Shingai, you know you are greatly appreciated in the house. And I'm also going to put it up on the YouTube as well as on Facebook. I'm going to put up this short piece of video right here. I hope you find it to be highly informative. And so, on that note, let's go to Ustream, and not Ustream, this is go to YouTube. This is going to be a short piece of video from one of our friends, Dr. Burr.
So let's just take a look at high cortisol. You have fatigue, inflammation, blood sugar problems, sugar cravings, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and belly fat. The symptoms of low cortisol are chronic fatigue, chronic inflammation, blood sugar problems, sugar cravings, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and belly fat. If you notice, they're identical. Now, the only real difference would be with low cortisol, you have more chronic burnout, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic inflammatory issues like fibromyalgia, which you're hurting all over. This is more shorter term. Okay, so now there is a condition where you have low cortisol, but that's more of a disease condition where you have, it's called Addison's. And in Addison's, that's more autoimmune, where your body's attacking itself, where you have very low immunity because the cortisol hormone controls your white blood cells. You have weight loss, so you're very, very thin. Okay, now with this situation, you have high cortisol, you got belly fat, and if you go to low, you don't just get thin. What causes the low high cortisol learns this out over time. This condition is called, Michael Jackson had it, where you have the loss of pigment in these. It's from stress. Immune system is involved, also darker pigment on the skin, so your skin becomes darker. So basically, I'm not talking about that situation. I'm talking about where you are high and then you end up low. And the reason is it's very similar to what happens with insulin resistance. You can have cortisol resistance. So look at this. You have high cortisol jamming into receptors. Okay. Too much of this hormone that's going into receptors over a period of time, your body adapts to it because too much cortisol is unhealthy and it starts to resist or downgrade the receptor. Okay? So now we have cortisol resistance or cortisol receptor resistance, or the name of this, if you really want to know, if you want to do some research, I'll put some links down below. It's called glucocorticoid receptor resistance. Okay? Not that you need to know that, but anyway, that's what it's called. There's not a lot of research on it. I believe it's more common than it's being promoted. But you have cortisol resistance, and then what happens, inside the cell, you have this cell that's starving of cortisol. So you're going to get inflammation, you're going to have all sorts of issues because you need a certain amount of cortisol. You don't need too much. So you lose the benefit of cortisol, which is immune control, anti-inflammatory, regulation of blood sugar, all these other things, and things get out of control. So the signal.
So I'm going to stop the video right now. And thank you, Dr. Berg, as always. We love placing these videos of some of my favorites, and I hope you do agree. Some of my favorite researchers. And I like Dr. Berg. He and I don't agree on everything, but dang near everything. I do definitely agree with his methodology. He is very, very good, very systematic at breaking down his arguments. So I'm going to go ahead and break down my argument for today, and we welcome any commentary from you in our listening audience. And you have found your family in a peaceful place here today on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. So let's go into this conversation. Cortisol, reducing cortisol levels naturally. Today, we're going to be taking a functional medicine approach. Cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone, plays a crucial role in various bodily functions, including metabolism and immune response. Elevated cortisol levels can lead to several health issues, making it important to address them naturally. So I do have a second video. I'm going to put this second video up here real quick, which is a very short one, and it deals with what is called cortisol belly. So let me remove that from the stage, put this one onto the stage, cortisol belly. And bear with me one sec while I just switch it over, and it's going to be hopefully very informative to you as well. Share screen, cortisol belly, and let's get this party started. Here we go. On the stage and in your ear.
Can't lose that stubborn belly fat, even with clean eating and workouts? It may not be a willpower issue. It might be your cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone, crucial in emergencies, but when it stays high all the time, it tells your body to store fat right here, across the midsection. Cortisol-driven belly fat is visceral. That means it wraps around your organs and increases your risk for issues like insulin resistance, diabetes, heart disease, and more. So what keeps cortisol high? Poor sleep, over-exercising without giving your body proper time to recover, psychological stressors such as depression or anxiety, and major life changes such as divorce, loss, or moving. Skipping meals even can affect this. Intermittent fasting falls underneath this umbrella as well. Maintain blood sugars. And heavy drinking and smoking can also contribute to elevated cortisol levels. So what can you do? Start with sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours each night. Do not overtrain when exercising and working out. Allow your body time to recover. Eat well-balanced, nutritious meals and avoid skipping meals altogether. And deep breathing, meditation, whatever it is, be intentional. This is Dr. Jeremy D. Brown with Baylor Scott and White.
All right. I hope you found that to be useful. And let's return to the studio. Let's go into our research for today. He gave good suggestions on what to do. All of those are going to be included as well in my list of solutions. So begin with getting rid of cortisol belly, which is an excess of cortisol hormones. Again, a certain amount of cortisol is necessary for the functioning of our bodily systems. So there's a balance we're going to hit there. Let's talk about dietary changes. Point 1, balance macronutrients. Focus on a diet rich in whole foods, including complex carbohydrates, whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables. Help to stabilize our blood sugar levels. Healthy fats, avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil can support adrenal health. Protein sources. You want to go with clean proteins. We don't say lean meats, we say clean proteins. I don't eat meat and I don't advocate it. Meat comes with a lot of extra baggage. We know that now. So plant-based proteins are necessary, very necessary for stabilized, sustained energy. You want to consume anti-inflammatory foods. Incorporate foods that reduce inflammation as opposed to eating meat, which increase inflammation and support overall health. Examples of these foods include not fatty fish. I don't eat meat, so rich in omega-3s. You do want to get as much omega-3s in as you possibly can. If you do eat fish, eat the fatty fish, the omega-3 rich fish. Leafy greens, very, very good for anti-inflammatory foods. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, elderberries, mulberries, gooseberries, everything with a berry attached to it, unless it's a dingleberry. You do want to consume as much as possible. And hydration. Keep hydrated. Adequate water intake, or in my case, my morning cup of green tea with all the herbs. All of that is wonderful. Adequate hydration helps maintain properly body functions and can modulate your cortisol levels. Next, let's talk about lifestyle modifications. Exercise regularly. Engage in aerobic and resistance training, aiming for at least 100 minutes of moderate exercise per week. At least. Mindful practices like yoga or Tai Chi are also very, very beneficial. Quality sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Establish a consistent sleep routine by, number 1, limiting screen time before bed. Point 2, creating a calming pre-sleep environment. Number 3, practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation. Myself, before I go to bed, I have a new routine I've added, which, number 1, I combine 2 things. 1, box breathing, And I combine that with elevating my legs. Putting your legs flat up against a wall will definitely create a powerful, life-changing paradigm for you as well. Practicing relaxation techniques, stress management techniques include mindfulness and meditation. Regular practice can significantly reduce stress and cortisol levels, and deep breathing exercises, or in my case, box breathing. Inhale for 5, hold it at the top for 5, exhale for 10, and then hold it at the bottom. Every time you do the exercise, hold it for 1 second longer until you get up to 10 seconds. You're completely out of breath, and now you're holding it at that bottom level for 10 seconds. At first, you're going to find this to be a little bit stressful. You will definitely find it gets much, much easier over time as your body adjusts to this new routine. Hey, let's talk about supplements and natural remedies for reducing our cortisol. The number one class, adaptogens. Anything that says adaptogen and it's a supplement is going to be good for you. Adaptogen. Consider herbs that help the body adapt to stress, such as ashwagandha, one of our absolute favorites, known for its ability to lower cortisol levels. Rhodesia rosea, which is Arctic, it's Russian Arctic something, I can't remember the name of it, but Rhodesia rosea, and it can enhance resilience to stress. Number 3, magnesium supports adrenal function and can help lower cortisol levels. Foods rich in magnesium include leafy greens, nuts, and whole grains. Vitamin C, or vitamin C if you're in the UK. This vitamin can reduce the effects of stress on your body. Citrus fruits, bell peppers, and kiwi are excellent sources of vitamin C. And in holistic practices, very, very critical. You have a bunch of holistic practices such as therapeutic modalities, acupuncture, chiropractic care, and massage therapy will help reduce your stress and promote relaxation. Social connections. This is all very important. We're talking about the holistic being right now. Your social connections. Maintain strong social ties, and engaging in supportive relationships can provide the emotional support that helps buffer the stress. Then there is the mind, body, spirit connection. Practices such as yoga or Tai Chi, Qigong, and other practical practices emphasize the connection between the mind and body and can help in managing stress and cortisol levels. Implementing these strategies in a comprehensive and balanced manner can help lower your cortisol levels naturally and holistically. Before making significant changes, it is advisable to consult with a professional healthcare practitioner, especially when considering supplements or if you have pre-existing health conditions or are on any medications at all. Please do consult with a professional. And now I have listed 20 strategies for lowering cortisol levels in the body. 20. I went and I searched for images as well as other thoughts on this subject, and I came up with a bunch of articles. Some said 8 ways to lower your cholesterol levels, 9 ways, 7 ways, 4 ways, 6 ways to lower cholesterol. All of those well and good. But you deserve more. You deserve the best that I can find. And so I grabbed a bunch of them, added them all together, and here's the list of 20 that I have put together. Number 1, and here, let me just get this crusty crust out of my way. I almost slurped on that one. You know I appreciate you. Prioritize quality sleep. We said this earlier. I'm going to say it again. Prioritize quality sleep. 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep at night. Poor sleep increases your cortisol, while consistent high quality sleep helps regulate circadian rhythms and lower your levels naturally. And I would recommend before going to bed, have that routine that really does work. What I do is first I'll turn on my African sounds meditation music, and I'll have it run for almost exactly 1/2 hour before it shuts out. And then I go through my nighttime. There are 5 Japanese exercises that I've recently adopted. The feet against the wall, along with box breathing. Then there is the cat cow yoga poses. The third one is stretching my legs out. And I'm actually, after about 2 months of doing this, I can actually now place my head, my face, between my knees when I'm stretching my legs out. And that's pretty good. And my legs will come up off the floor a little bit in the middle, but that's just the tendons need to stretch out a little bit more. But I'm doing really good with that. The fourth exercise I do, I lay on the side and I twist my pelvis, and just I'm flat on my back, but I twist my pelvis, so you're getting this like kind of like screw thing going in your spine, and that's actually very good for it. And then the fifth exercise is, that was 5. So I got them all in, and we are now doing, the fifth, I just lay on one side and just stretch one knee and just keep on going. So here we are. We are at number 2, mindfulness, practice mindfulness meditation. Regular mindfulness or meditation practices, even 5 to 10 minutes daily, has been shown to reduce cortisol by 20 to 30%, helping regulate emotional responses and stress. So get that meditation time in. It's a very, very good thing. Number 3, engage in regular exercise. Moderate aerobic activity like walking, cycling, or swimming helps reduce cortisol over time. Avoid overtraining, as excessive exercise can increase it. But I do say that this level of moderate exercise, we can take it up. I know there's HIIT, which I do engage in. I got my 20 minutes in today, HIIT, and it does increase your cortisol levels, but it also, your cortisol levels increase with the endorphins, and that's all very important. So it's a balance. It's a balance in your exercise. You want to hit that proper midsection, which is good for you. You don't want to necessarily do what I do, because what I do, I've been working up to it for 20 years. But you want to do what you do. It's a good thing. Number 4, try deep breathing or box breathing. Diaphragmatic or box breathing. Inhale 4 seconds, they say. I do 5 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. Exhale 4 seconds. And hold at the bottom for 4 seconds. Activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing cortisol and calming the mind. And again, my box breathing is a little bit more intense than what they described, but that's okay. Here's where you start. You begin. Next 5, spend time in nature. Forest bathing, quote unquote, or simply walking in green spaces lowers your cortisol and reduces your stress levels. Even short outdoor breaks can be very effective. Number 6, limit your caffeine intake. Very important. High caffeine consumption, especially under stress, can elevate cortisol. Reducing or avoiding coffee, energy drinks, and sodas helps maintain balance. And I tell you, I believe energy drinks are a great fraud perpetrated on the public. People want more energy, but unfortunately, they're not using the right methodologies to get more energy formation. So they go to energy drinks, which contain high amounts of sugar, caffeine, and other substances to give you a jolt. I'm not going out like that. In fact, I can't stand the taste of energy drinks because to me, they just taste like chemicals. Now, I've had energy drinks, I think, one time in my life, and that was I was at an event. My band was playing at an event or something, and I was just walking around, and they had a little taste test and gave me just a little cup of an energy drink, and I took a little bit of it, just sampled it. I said, "Eee, this is nasty," and I think I poured the rest out. So energy drinks, all of that stuff, not for me. And if you do use them, put them in the context of a holistic lifestyle that undoes the negative things that you do. Number 7, adopt a nutrient-dense diet. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, clean proteins, legumes, beans, and seeds, nuts and seeds, and healthy fats to support hormone balance and reduce inflammation. Number 8, consume omega-3 rich fatty foods. Omega-3s are not found in red meat, not found in chicken, not found in turkey. If you're going to eat any meat, it will be fatty fish where you do have omega-3s, but I get my omega-3s from flax seeds, walnuts, hemp seeds, pecans, and other seed-based products, and their oils. They've been shown to lower cortisol and support brain health. All very good. Very good. Number 10, include probiotic-rich foods and supplements, I would say. Probiotics, fermented foods like yogurt and non-dairy yogurt. It's good for you. It's better than the dairy yogurt, no doubt. Kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir support gut microbiome health, which is linked to reduced anxiety and subsequently reduce cortisol levels. Number 11, take adaptogenic herbs. There's that word again, adaptogenic. Adaptogenic herbs, ashwagandha, rhodiola, and holy basil are evidence-backed adaptogens that help the body regulate stress and lower cortisol levels. And I'm going to expand that one a little bit on adaptogenic herbs and just take it out a little bit more because I know there are many more adaptogenic herbs. And I'm going to say list the known adaptogenic herbs. And I'm just going to take a side step right here. We're going to go to Copilot, which is quick and reads things real quick. And let's go through the adaptogenic herbs, and I'm going to go through a deeper response on that. And before we go to that, I'm list number 12 on my list, supplement with magnesium. Magnesium deficiency is linked to higher stress sensitivity. Supplementation can help regulate neurotransmitters and reduce cortisol. Very important. Number 13, laugh more often. Laughter reduces cortisol and boosts mood-enhancing chemicals, hormones like endorphins. Watch a comedy or spend time with humorous friends. 14, practice yoga or tai chi, qigong, yoga. These are all wonderful. These mindful movement practices combine breath, movement, and meditation to significantly reduce cortisol and improve relaxation. 15, cultivate strong social connections. Positive interactions with friends, family, or support groups reduce stress and lower cortisol. Emotional support is protective. 16, spend time with pets. Interacting with animals lowers cortisol, reduces loneliness, and improves mood through physical touch and companionship. And while I don't do the pet thing, it's not that I don't like them, it's just like I'm real picky. I'm real picky on which ones. If a pet ever bites me, I don't like them anymore. But yeah, do the pet thing. It's a beautiful thing. One day I'm going to have another pet, but I'm going to wait until I get a house with a yard so the pet can do its business outside. Number 17. Avoid sugar. Avoid sugar and processed foods. High sugar diets spike cortisol and contribute to inflammation. Opt for balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats, as well as healthy carbohydrates. Number 18, stay hydrated. Dehydration acts as a physical stressor. Drinking adequate water and tea supports overall hormone regulation, including cortisol. Number 19, limit your alcohol and quit smoking. No, they said quit the alcohol and limit your smoking. And quit your smoking too. Both substances increase cortisol. Reducing alcohol down to the lowest limit you possibly can do it, and for me that's none. And quitting smoking improves stress resilience and hormone balance. And number 20 on my list of 20, practice grounding, earthing, direct contact with your great Mother Earth. Walking barefoot on grass or sand has been shown to lower cortisol and improve well-being. And that's one of the reasons we feel so good when we're in a home with lots of wood, because that's just a great thing. So I did pull up a list. List 11, list adaptogenic herbs. Here are 11, and 11 was, I didn't necessarily mean to put the 11 in it, but it was in the numbered list that I had over here. Here are 11 commonly cited adaptogenic herbs used to help the body manage stress, support energy and resilience, and promote balance. Use them thoughtfully and check interactions with medications or health conditions. Number 1 on the list, ashwagandha. Stress reduction, supports sleep and adrenal balance. Number 2, rhodiola rosea. Mental stamina, fatigue and endurance support. Number 3, holy basil, tulsi. Stress relief, immune and mood support. Number 4 on the list, ginseng, Panax ginseng. Energy, cognition, and immune support. Number 5, Siberian ginseng, Eleuthero. Eleuthero, physical stamina and resilience. Next on the list, Schisandra berries, Schisandra canemesis, liver support, mental performance, and endurance. Next on the list, licorice root. I recently added this one to my anti-aging protocol. Licorice root supports your adrenal glands and energy. Short term, use short term. Don't use it chronically, use it short term. Very good advice. Next on the list, maca, one of our favorites. Hormonal balance and stamina. And we do know that maca is also good for revitalizing our libido in all aspects of it. The next one on the list, number 9, cordyceps, which are a mushroom. Athletic energy and athletic performance and respiratory support. Next on the list, reishi, another mushroom. Immune modulation and calming support. And lastly on the list, astragalus, immune resilience and chronic stress support. And that's astragalus as opposed to ashwagandha. But that's a very good list there too. And just real quickly, quick notes on how adaptogens are used. Adaptogens are herbs or fungi traditionally taken regularly, often as teas, tinctures, capsules, or powders, to support the body's response to physical, emotional, or environmental stressors. Different adaptogens have different profiles. Some are stimulating, example given Rhodiola, ginseng. Others are calming or immune supportive, example given reishi and holy basil. Safety, interaction, and practical tips. This is very important here. 1 second here. And safety, interaction, and practical tips. Consult a clinician before starting. And you are consulting with me right now, so we're cool. Some do interact with prescription drugs. So if you are on prescription drugs, you do definitely want to consult with the person who prescribed you those drugs. I'm not going to prescribe drugs to you, so don't talk to me. If you are, well, you can talk to me. I'll tell you how to get off the drugs. I'll tell you, because I don't do drugs, and I don't encourage any of us to engage with the drug manufacturers. I don't trust them. Period. Start slow, start low, and monitor. Begin with a low dose for 1 to 2 weeks and assess your tolerance, then adjust as needed. Consider cycling the drugs, not bicycling, several weeks on or a week off, rather than continuous daily use for some adaptogen herbs. Quality matters. This is an important point. Choose standardized extracts from reputable suppliers to avoid contamination and ensure active constituents. If you want a simple starter approach, consider ashwagandha for stress and sleep support, or rhodiola for daytime fatigue. But check interactions first and aim for short-term trials to evaluate the benefit. And that's not bad advice at all. That's from Dr. Axe, among other sources as well. And here, what I'm going to do is put up a link to that so you can have access to it as well. And put that link up for our YouTube family. I see you in the house, Flying Guillotine. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. She says, yes, I agree. That's no energy either. And that's no energy either. I don't understand what you mean, but I know. She said, I do agree. So we are on track with you. And great to have you in the house today, Flying Guillotine. And there is a question from our sister Africa One, as I'm putting that link up for our Rumble family. For Africa One, what is issue in using licorice root long term, as I use it daily to sweeten my spice tea? That's a good question. I'm going to go beyond me, and I'm going to ask Dr. Axe. Is licorice root good for long-term use? Asking Dr. Axe. And faux tea root, licorice root benefits adrenal fatigue and leaky gut. Says licorice root benefits adrenal fatigue and leaky gut. What is licorice root? And we're going to go to benefits and side effects. Let's go to side effects directly there. Side effects of licorice root are primarily connected to glycyrrhizin. So if any of them concern you, DGL licorice is probably the best option. Never consume licorice root extract if you're pregnant, or if it may increase risk of early delivery or miscarriage, or if you have heart, liver, or kidney issues. Some evidence suggests taking licorice in supplement form may have estrogen-like effects on female hormone-sensitive conditions, such as breast cancer, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, and should not be taken by people with such diseases. It may also worsen hypertonia, a muscle condition caused by a nerve disease, potassium deficiency, hypokalemia, or erectile dysfunction. If you do consume licorice root extract, the maximum recommended dosage is a maximum of 6 to 18 grams a day in order to limit the amount of glycyrrhizin. Side effects to watch for include edema, which is swelling of the lower legs, high blood pressure, and edema is really about fluid retention, high blood pressure, low potassium levels, and chronic fatigue. Also, stop taking licorice root 2 weeks before surgery, as it may interfere with more with blood pressure control during surgical operations. So other than that, sounds to me like it's pretty good. 7 benefits of licorice root: heartburn, leaky gut, adrenal fatigue, immunity, cough, sore throat, PMS or menopause, and pain relief. So, of course, I didn't use the details on those. I will put up the article so you can have access to this article as well. But it sounds to me like licorice root is pretty well tolerated by the body. And some of those things I described as side effects, I think you will be able to successfully manage those. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put up this article for those of you in our various audiences, as well as on my Facebook page as well. Bear with me. Boom. And where's the other one? Here on Facebook. This is the long-term research on Facebook. And this one will not disappear when the video gets taken down. So we did talk about 2 good articles from Dr. Axe, and it dealt with the long-term use of licorice root. So it didn't sound to me like there was any serious long-term, but I do recommend with people with adaptogen herbs, especially, I know I've done this in the past, say with certain things, use them for a certain amount of period of time, and even herbal laxatives, use them for a period of time and then take an equal amount of time off from it. So you may be not getting the full benefits from the licorice root herb because your body may be building up an intolerance to it. That could be what it is. And you do know your body that well. You know something? I think we've gotten through all of our research for today, and I'm glad I did. And, one more time, I'm going to go to this article, copy, cut, and paste it for our listening audience benefit. This is entitled 14 How to Lower Cortisol, 14 Natural Expert-Approved Methods. And this is by Jeff Kahn from Rise Magazine. So real quickly, Jeff Kahn, Rise, you do. And I'm going to put this up here in the various segments for people to have access to it. Put it one more place here before I go forward. Put it on YouTube. It's up on Facebook, and it's up on Rumble. And let me tell you what this particular article has to share. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Let's just go here. How to Lower Cortisol. 14 Natural Expert-Approved Ways by Jeff Kahn. This is from February 17, 2024. Key takeaways. Lower your cortisol levels fast by doing breathing exercises, spending time with a pet, and getting out in nature. Point 2. Getting enough sleep, syncing up with your circadian rhythm, exercising, and eating a balanced diet can help cortisol in check long term, can help keep cortisol in check long term. And that, quote, balanced diet, I don't necessarily like that terminology. I say eat a holistic, natural diet. And that's not balancing out the bad with the good. That's not consuming fats from animals. That's not consuming processed foods. There's no balance in that. That's nothing but imbalance. Cortisol. Oh, there's one more takeaway. The Rise app can help you lower your cortisol level by making it easier to get enough sleep each night and sync up with your circadian rhythm. So Rise sounds like a sleeping website. In fact, that's what it is, a sleep guide website. Cortisol is known as a stress hormone. It's produced in your adrenal glands, and your body uses it to increase your heart rate when in flight or fight mode, or to wake you up in the morning. High cortisol levels are sometimes needed, but if your cortisol levels are always high, from chronic stress and sleep loss, you'll be upping your odds of everything from insomnia to weight gain, depression to heart attacks. If that list alone is enough to hike your stress levels, read on to find out how to lower your cholesterol levels. Now, number one, get enough sleep. Sleep deprivation is stressful for your body and can lead to high cortisol levels, and doesn't take long for a lack of sleep to take its toll. Number two, and it says there's a guide here, how much sleep do you need? For most people are going to need 7.4 hours of sleep. And above that, we do want to get up to about 8.4 hours of sleep. Rise users have sleep needs that range from 5 hours to 11 hours and 30 minutes. And that's somebody who is definitely in healing. The median in Rise is 8 hours. The median sleep needed for men is 8 hours. For women, 8 hours and 15 minutes. 48% of Rise users need 8 hours or more of sleep a night. So, number two on this list, reduce your stress levels. You can't avoid every stressor in life, but being chronically stressed can lead to high cortisol levels. Try relaxation and mindfulness techniques like Tai Chi, Yoga Nidra, or Qigong. Schedule me time with friends and do a relaxing hobby to lower your stress. Number three, make time for a hobby. Making time for a hobby can help with stress management, help you connect with others, and keep you fit, all of which can help keep cortisol under control. Number four, try breathing exercises. Breathing exercises can help lower your stress levels, and they can help you drift off and get enough sleep, a win-win. Number five, do a relaxing bedtime routine. Stress keeping you up? You're not alone. Rise users say stress and anxiety are the biggest barriers stopping them from getting enough quality sleep. Again, a calming bedtime routine is recommended. Number six, do a brain dump. If a busy mind is keeping you up at night, try doing a brain dump. This can involve writing about all of your worries, your to-do list, or journaling about your day. That sounds like a good idea. Number seven, eat a balanced, healthy diet. Stress is just one factor behind high cortisol. What you eat also plays a part. Diets rich in refined sugars, salt, animal proteins, and fats, and low in fruits and veggies can mess with your cortisol levels. Consider supplements. Number 8. Some supplements may help lower your cholesterol or the cortisol. The 2020 study found evidence that probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics can decrease cortisol levels. Number 9, exercise the right amount at the right times. A 2022 paper found physical activity was an effective strategy for lowering cortisol levels. Exercise can also help you fall asleep at night. And you want to make sure you get the right exercise if you're doing it as a bedtime routine. You do want to get the right one, because the wrong one can create just the opposite of what you want. You will end up staying awake much longer. Number 10, get in sync with your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is your roughly 24-hour body clock. It's not only 24-hour, it's also 28 days, and it's also 365 days, 360 days of the year. Circadian rhythm, roughly 24-hour body clock. It controls your sleep-wake cycle, when you produce certain hormones, and when your body temperature fluctuates throughout the day. Number 11, get a pet. Number 12, cut yourself off from caffeine 12 hours before bedtime. A cup of coffee is a great way to wake up in the morning, but the caffeine can easily keep you up at night. But research shows caffeine can elevate cortisol secretion, especially if you drink it when stressed or before exercise. And I would say this much. If you're going to be drinking coffee to get the caffeine, you can drink green tea and other ways to get it. But if you're going to be drinking coffee, skip the sugar, skip the milk, skip the cream, skip the sugar. Don't put those in your coffee. Drink it black. If you can't handle it black, it's not for you. It's not for you. 13, get out in nature. Getting out in nature helps you relax. Get some exercise and spend time in sunlight. It's been proven to lower cholesterol or cortisol levels. Now, cholesterol, I don't know why I keep seeing this word cortisol and saying cholesterol, but I mean cortisol. And number 14, improve your sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is the daily set of daily behaviors that influence your sleep. If you have a good sleep hygiene, you'll fall asleep faster, wake up less often in the middle of the night, and have an easier time getting enough sleep to keep your cortisol levels low. So lastly, getting enough sleep should be a number one priority for everyone, but especially if you think you've got high cortisol levels. Focus on getting out in natural light and keeping a consistent sleep schedule to make getting enough sleep easier. And that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So lastly, what do high cortisol levels lead to? That's a good question. And high cortisol levels lead to, and I'm going to copy, cut, and paste this on my document. Where are we at? There it is. Behind that at, my dad would say. High cortisol levels, what do they lead to? High cortisol levels can lead to a whole host of physical and mental health conditions. When cortisol is high, you may experience the following. Number 1, trouble falling asleep. Number 2, waking up often in the middle of the night. Number 3, weight gain or obesity, especially belly fat gain, visceral adiposity. Number 4, high blood pressure. Number 5, decreased sex drive. 6, erectile dysfunction. 7, depression and anxiety. 8, irregular periods. Number 9, digestive problems. 10, brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Number 11, acne. 12, glucose intolerance. 13, osteoporosis. And 14, increased risk of heart attacks and stroke. So there it is. Oops, there it is. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm going to put up one more link here that does correspond to today's research. I'm going to put it up here first on my Facebook page. 2 times, one time there and one more time. And I'm going to put this up on Rumble. It's going to have to go in 2 parts, I believe. Yes, I'm going to put it up in 2 parts on Rumble, as well as on YouTube. I think it'll go up on 1 part. Good. And it should then go up on 1 part on Rumble as well. Good. And it did. I want to thank you all for tuning in today to LIB Radio. Have you done your part this month to contribute to our sustenance, our ongoing? A lot of you have, more and more of you have, and I got to say, I am so grateful for it. But we are challenged. We are really challenged. I got a call, and I'm going to be Thanksgiving morning. That's this Thursday, the 27th. I'm going to be on the Carl Nelson Show in the final 2 hours. Number 1, we're going to be talking about the subject we covered here yesterday on LIB Radio, and that is getting to autophagy for longevity. I'm going to smash it on Carl Nelson Show. And then in our second hour, we're going to be talking about Pan-African outreach from Africa, asking us across the diaspora to get engaged and to come on back home. Come on back home. So we're going to talk about what that $1.93 trillion in Afri-Amer consumption and that 1.98 billion pounds, 19.8 billion pounds in Afro-British consumption. How that is a deceptive figure when we're talking about black wealth. And then we're going to be talking about EEZs in Africa, why we should, as diaspora Africans, we should buy access to the continent's EEZs. We should invest much of that 1.93 trillion as possible in accessing the EEZs, exclusive economic zones, mining them for oil, because it's in the ocean, it's not on the land. Right now, as it is, the British, the French, the Chinese, the Koreans, everybody else is taking advantage of Africa's EEZs, and they are not doing us any favors at all. I almost cussed in the middle of that. So tune in to the Carl Nelson Show. If you do get a chance on Thursday morning to tune in to Carl Nelson, can I get you to call in to the show? Drop a message, drop a line, let us know you are in it. And that's WOLDCnews.com. WOLDCnews.com will get you through to my brother Carl Nelson, who does a great job. He's one of the best, if not the best, talk show hosts that we have currently in the U.S. And Carl Nelson, I'm really proud of you. Really proud of all of my family. And tell him I was talking about him here on LAB Radio. Eddie, I see you announce. He put in the check mark. He's going to be tuned in to Carl Nelson. So I know you as well, Eddie, will always be tuned in. And it's great to see you tuning in for today. I think we got all the comments in. We talked about a lot of stuff today. And if you missed the early part of today's broadcast, you definitely do want to go back and listen to the whole thing. And on that note, we are out of here. You've been tuned into your favorite we, aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are living in black.com. Tell your friends to tell their friends that we have our own now. And we're very proud of who we are, what we have, and what we do with what we've got. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. Tell your friends to tell their friends about us. And let's all grow together. Let's build together. Let's claim a great, wonderful, powerful future together. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you.